Hello Brick Fanatics. The LEGO Group has formally unveiled LEGO Star Wars 75309 Republic Gunship, a long-anticipated set which fans have been eager to get their hands on. In early 2020, a poll on the LEGO Ideas blog allowed Star Wars fans to pick which ship they'd like to next get the Ultimate Collector Series treatment, joining sets like 75192 Millennium Falcon, 75252 Imperial Star Destroyer, and my personal favourite, 75275 A-Wing. The Attack of the Clones Republic Gunship beat out the Nebulon-B escort frigate and the TIE bomber, both of which first debuted in The Empire Strikes Back. However, in an interview with Brick Fanatics, several of the designers involved with this impressive new set revealed that following the completion of the poll, it wasn't simply a matter of pushing a magic button to approve mass production. In fact, according to LEGO designer Hans Schlömer, the set was, quote, kind of a little nightmare for a LEGO designer to deal with. Not only is the Republic Gunship an incredibly awkward vehicle to recreate in LEGO, but other production issues meant that the finished version shipped with a slightly embarrassing mistake on the set's official box. Initially, the team were genuinely pleased with the fans' decision for the Ultimate Collector Series model. It was nice to see the prequels get a little more love, and the Republic Gunship hasn't ever been seen on this scale before, so it was a fun challenge to start working on. Of course, the team immediately found themselves inundated with questions from fans wondering when the gunship will be ready for launch. It turns out, surprise surprise, that LEGO fans can be a bit impatient when we know something new and fun is on the horizon, and some fans assumed that the set had already been designed and was ready to roll onto production lines, which it was not. Said creative lead Jens Fredriksson, "We've also felt a little bit of pressure because you all were aware that it was happening. So usually when we're starting, everything we're working with is super confidential. But here we're knowing what was going on, and that was also a little bit of a different situation. The question we heard a lot of times was, when is it going to happen? When are you releasing it?" And again, that's a tough one because, as you all know, it takes time for us to develop the products, especially the big ones. This pressure was compounded somewhat by the fact that the Republic Gunship isn't particularly LEGO friendly, especially for a vehicle of such a large Ultimate Collector Series size. Said Schlömer, "The best thing you can do is grab a big plate and start sticking, and it'll have a solid foundation. What you don't want to do is build on empty air or build overhangs. And looking at this ship, it is one giant overhang. Also, sitting on top are the engine and gun combo, so adding more weight to it. In terms of structure, all the weight or most of the weight is really just hanging over empty space, so it's kind of a little nightmare for a designer to deal with it." The solution was to rely on some carefully disguised LEGO Technic pieces. But the team didn't want to rely too heavily on Technic pieces because at the end of the day, if fans really wanted to buy a LEGO Technic set, they would buy a LEGO Technic set. This wasn't the only problem though, there was a small matter of the gunnery placement. Because if there's one thing that LEGO doesn't do particularly well, it's spheres. The gunship comes with two of these ball joint guns at the front as well as another on the back. There just didn't seem like there was any LEGO piece big enough to fill this role. Schlömer's first thought was to simply beg for permission to create a new element, a larger ball joint that would be all one piece. Then who should come to the rescue but Poe Dameron? Said Schlömer, "I was working before on the first version of Poe Dameron's X-Wing for episode 9, you know, the white and orange one, and I was looking at the engines, these air intakes, whatever they are, and I wasn't happy with what I saw there. It didn't really look like in the movie. So I went to Jens and asked him if we could make a new element for the air intakes, something round and curved, maybe 2 pieces. And Jens said, well, let's make it a quarter piece. That way it's way more versatile. And yeah, they were indeed very, very versatile and came in really, really handy in building these big ball gunnery emplacements. In fact, I think it even looks better than if it were one big grey ball, because this is really how it looks in the movie. It's like a white wide case around the inner joint. You know, the ball that turns that's holding the gun. So I feel it's a very LEGO way, using existing elements to fix or find a solution for a problem." The resulting model is quite big, the team having settled on a size that is approximately twice minifigure scale and has an impressive wingspan. As is standard for the Ultimate Collector Series, there are a couple of unique minifigures included in the set. And in case you were wondering, yes, the LEGO Group is aware of just how unfair it is that rare minifigures get bundled with large, expensive sets. So the team did try to mitigate this somewhat. Said Schlömer, "We also put in 2 minifigures for good measure, because people expect it, and even though we keep telling with a model like this UCS model it's really not about minifigures. We put in minifigures that are appropriate, but I personally feel they shouldn't be super rare collector's items. It's just not okay to the super rare minifigure and into a super high price point. Yeah, not everybody can afford it, but these minifigures will be super sought after. but in this case I think we found a good middle ground. We picked a Jedi Mace Windu and Clone Commander, which also doubles as a pilot for this vehicle. The resulting set looks great, even if it is, in Schlömer's own words, a bit unwieldy. There's just one major problem with it: the box. Look, we've all been there. One minute you're in the army for a respectable democracy, the next minute your leaders have embraced the dark side and overthrown the Senate. Things get fuzzy. It's not always easy to spot where a republic ends and an empire begins, unless you're listening to the thunderous applause. So in a bit of an unfortunate oversight, the original packaging for LEGO Star Wars 75309 Republic Gunship prominently features the Imperial crest rather than the symbol for the Galactic Republic. Oops. According to the designers, a revised version is on its way and should be here sometime this financial year, but this might just end up making the original misprinted boxes even more rare. Said Senior Marketing Manager Ivan Podradzhikov, "We want to say that it was a genuine mistake. It was never our purpose to create additional commercial momentum by adding an Empire symbol on packaging. And we believe that still the value of the model is very high, even though there is a mistake on packaging and building instructions. We know that some fans may appreciate to have both versions of the packaging, with the wrong symbol and with the right one, to keep the good memories about the launch of this product." So all in all, putting this particular set together has caused more than a few headaches for the LEGO group. It's not always fun for them. That said, the designers have an important message for fans of these kinds of Ultimate Collector Series sets, in particular those who love the Star Wars prequels. Said Schlömer, "I guess if you want to see more like this, go and buy it." Which, well, fair enough. The LEGO Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series 75309 Republic Gunship will be available from August 1st, 2021. If you are interested in this set, please help support Brick Fanatics by clicking on the affiliate link in the description to learn more, or head to brickfanatics.com for more information about this set's unique construction.